Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen and my favorite week, dessert week. I have for you today my black and white brownies, which was inspired by an old story my mom always likes to brag and tell about when she was 10 years old and a brownie recipe that she made up and submitted to the local Fairbanks, Alaska County Fair, and she won grand prize. Whoop-de-doo, because it's a really small town. There was probably only 2 entries for the brownies, but she loves telling that story, and I have taken this general idea of her award-winning brownies and changed it up a bit here and there and added cream cheese in it and added different kind of chips in it and added different elements to come up with my black and white brownies. So let's go ahead and get started. You want to take some graham crackers and you want to smash them up into a plastic bag, and I find that doing it in a plastic bag with like a meat mallet for my nuts and my graham crackers leaves it the consistency where it's a little bit chunky. If you do it in a food processor, it becomes very fine. And the fun thing about this brownies is that's pretty much your flour of the recipe, so it makes it really easy. So I already have my 4 cups of my crushed graham crackers, my cup of dark chocolate chunks, my cup of white chocolate chips, my 3/4 cup of finely shaved coconut, and I use the unsweetened because everything else in it is super sweet, so I don't even need to use the sweetened kind for this recipe. And I have my half a teaspoon of salt in here as well. And I do these in separate batches because that way it makes my cream cheese nice and creamy. I use the 1 brick of the Philadelphia cream cheese, room temperature, cream that up with my vanilla and my condensed milk. And then you combine that with your dry ingredients here. And it's going to appear very, very thick. But as you combine it, it becomes this big, thick batter. And as I'm stirring this, I already have a pan, a 9 by 13 pan that I have sprayed with some cooking spray. And I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and it only takes about 30-35 minutes. And then once they're completely cooled, and you can speed up that process putting them in your refrigerator, I go on and I frost them to make these really cool black and white brownies. I call them black and white because of the 2 different kind of chips I have in it, plus how I like to decorate it on the outside. So I've got this nice thick, it is very thick, it's well combined. Doing it with the spatula is easy enough. And then we just dump that into our pan. Set that aside, and because it's so thick, you got to give it a little bit of help here. And then you're going to pop that in your oven. I'll see you back here in a few. My frosting is extremely easy. It's just a brick of your Philadelphia cream cheese, room temperature, creamed up with a 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, your teaspoon of vanilla, and a cup of whipping cream. Nice and rich, and I already beat that up with my electric mixer. And then when your brownies are nice and cool and you cut them into your squares and put them on your platter, you just take a little bit, give it a little swirl, and you can make these brownies as big or as little as you want. Put them in little itty-bitty bites, or have one big one and put them on individual plates. However you want to do it. So then you got a nice layer of this cream cheese frosting. And then for my chocolate sauce, you could either use just regular chocolate syrup, but 1 cup of your dark chocolate chips, which you have some left over in your bag from the inside of the brownies, and you want to heat that up just in the microwave with a cup of milk. Just continue stirring it so it becomes nice and liquidy. I keep these little bottles on hand, so then all I have to do is just squeeze it out myself, and you've got this nice little decoration. You make it nice little stripes. How easy is that? And it looks so beautiful. And there you have my black and white brownies. Enjoy!